Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 11 of Farthest Frontier, and at the end of the last video we just managed to get our town centre up to tier 3. So now we've got the option of building some of the tier 3 buildings. So we should have a look and see what options we have. So we've already got the healer's house, we have a trading post, we've got the school, we've got a rat catcher. We don't have a pub yet or an apothecary shop, nor do we have a theatre, and the theatre is one that we've been specifically asked to build. Can't do anything more with housing. Can't really do anything more with storage. We have now built the blacksmith, so we should be able to get barrels soon from the cooper. I think we've got all of these things here. The bakery. We don't have a barn yet. We don't have a preservists building either. Preservists bring fruit, berries and root vegetables to this building to preserve and jar them in glassware. But it does require glassware, which we don't have yet either. Glassmaker. Glassmaker's not too bad. It just requires sand and coal. We don't have a particular abundance of either, but it also needs heavy tools. And there's a furniture workshop. See, most of these buildings require heavy tools. The brewery is going to be quite a nice, easy one to do. Desirability doesn't seem to be affected that much. We also need money because we need gold. But the brewery should be relatively cheap. We do have some honey coming in as well. So let's consider getting a brewery. And then we can also get a pub. The brewery we could possibly put over here somewhere. Because we want to have the pub close to the city itself. So we are gathering some things. Now we need to get these houses up to the next level. That requires getting the desirability up to 65%. That's going to be quite difficult for some of these. Don't really have any more upgrades we can do. We need 250 villagers. So we are going to have to build some more houses. We do have food coming in, so that's not too bad. And get some more houses up here. Yeah, we are literally at the housing cap right now. So let's go ahead and put a few more houses in. I don't think any of these will be in a position to get quick upgrades, but right, let's get them as close to other things as we can. Because we do have like gardens and things in the way for some of these, so I can't squeeze as many in as I would necessarily like to. That's probably an overabundance as is. And we are going to need another well in here somewhere. I guess we could probably... Did I leave a space for one somewhere? Yeah, let's go and get another well in over there. There is one here as well, but the more the merrier. Now apparently you shouldn't put these things close to each other because they have an overlapping range. So I'm actually going to go and move one of these. And I don't know if it will make any difference, but I'm going to go and put it over here near the arborists and see if that does anything to it. So that could be interesting. So I feel where I am now with this game, now that I'm at tier 3, obviously there are still some buildings that can be built, but I feel that I've sort of reached almost the end of the technology tree here. And yes, a lot of these buildings do have upgrade paths, not all of them, but many of them do. And yeah, like this one, for example. Well, the homesteads get upgraded automatically. I'm not going to be able to find one now, but I know some of the buildings do, particularly like the gathering buildings, like the hunters do. Funnily enough, the gatherers don't know. The arborist building doesn't get an upgrade either. But yeah, I just feel that I've sort of got to the end of the tech tree almost. I do wonder if they're going to add more stuff. Obviously, we are still in early access. So that might happen. Let's have a look at fertility. It's pretty bad in some of these fields. Some of these fields actually aren't too terrible. This one is all really awful. That needs doing. 3 new villagers born. There we go. We've already got the new... we've already got the new houses in. Now, some of these farms where we're doing like peas and beans... I should probably change the peas and beans out for leeks and cabbages. Leeks and cabbages ultimately will Yeah, I can't get them both in. Leeks and cabbages. The good thing about leeks and cabbages is that they provide more food than peas and beans. The downside with them... Oh, we can't get the leeks in. And so in that case, then I think we'll have to go cabbages and then beans. Yeah, peas and beans don't give you as much food, but they do keep for longer. So if you've got plenty of food and you just want to put it in storage, go with peas and beans because it's a smaller crop. If you are running short of food, then maybe you want to consider going for cabbages and leeks. Cabbages and leeks will give you more food more quickly. It just won't keep as long. But if you're struggling for food anyway, then that's not really the issue. I don't need clover twice in here. Let's get rid of that. And go for... Yeah, let's put some leeks in there. So we want to just try and keep food coming in where we can. I think we've got a decent mix of crops. So I'm not overly concerned. We do have food stockpiled. No merchants at the moment. All of those houses... I was going to say all of those houses have been built, but there are a few that are still waiting. How is the brewery doing? The brewery hasn't been built yet either. It is still waiting on planks. Now, one of the things that we were specifically asked to build was a theatre. The theatre is under amenity and services. Now, that costs 1,000 gold. We do not have 1,000 gold yet. I don't even think I have 1,000 gold in the trade post. Oh, actually, I do. Surprisingly enough. Do I have anything that I can or would be willing to sell? I really don't want to sell clothes. I mean, it's probably nice to have a few that I can potentially sell. Because it is a good money maker. Same with like heavy coats. We could probably, you know, sort of send a handful over. I don't have a lot of other things in stock that I'd want to consider giving away, to be honest. I think I'll hang on to everything else because we'll soon get through. It's amazing how quickly you run out of a resource that you think you've got a massive stock of. Now, I seem to recall, although it's been a while, that I built the... I'm going to check now. I'm going to look at my my people here and have a look at... Right, brickmaker, charcoal maker, services... Little Wainwright. So did we actually have... Don't have a blacksmith yet. I thought I'd actually made the blacksmith's camp. Actually, I'm sure I did. Aren't they the ones over here? Yeah, so this is the blacksmith's forge. And this is the foundry. So I had started them to build. We're just waiting for them. So let's speed things up now. We could probably get another clay pit down here, actually. We definitely use clay, so it's worth having. So let's pop another clay pit over there. As we already have roads and things nearby, why not? This road is probably going to want upgrading. Is it all cobbled all the way along? I don't think I will have done. Yeah, it gets to about there. So we will want some of this road cobbled just so that we can speed things up. Because we've got a lot of traffic on this road now. So let's just try and keep that upgraded where we can. Food stocks are now low, which is probably why we've got the happiness issues. Okay, so now we do have the foundry. That is good. So now we'll start getting gold ingots and iron ingots. The iron ingots are used for building. So is the gold as well, but we can also just use the gold directly as a resource for trade. So we have that option. Yeah, food is really low, but winter is almost over, so that'll fix itself soon. On year 19, so things are going pretty well, I would say. Need 3 more stone here. I'm sure they'll get there sooner or later. Another villager stricken with typhoid. Must remember to keep my eye on the trading post, in case we get a trader. We haven't yet. There's the brewery. The brewery is now done. So we should certainly consider getting a pub now. The pub is under... What is the pub under? I know it used to be a tier 2 building, but they did move it to tier 3. I haven't got a cheesemaker either. Is it amenities and services? Pub. Doesn't use any gold, just planks and stone, so that's quite nice. And of course, it increases desirability by quite a lot. Finding a space for it to fit in is where everything's going to get problematic. We could put it near some of the houses that already have some high desirability. It doesn't increase by a huge amount, to be honest. And we can actually fit it in up here just above the town hall. So let's go and pop the pub in there. It's close to the road. It's very difficult to cram all of these buildings in that are needed. We did manage to move that hive. Now that should actually produce more honey because there's fruit trees and things around it. So that should be a little better. Basket shop doesn't look like it can get any sort of upgrades. Now then, let's make sure that we've got the cooper turned on now. So we can hopefully then start making some barrels. Preserve the food that we've got coming in a little bit longer. We might not have these issues with food running out. Can't upgrade you guys any. So we'll leave you there. Yeah, food stocks are definitely low, but I think they are improving slightly. Yeah, everything's getting done here now. This blacksmith's obviously spending a lot of time travelling, but that makes sense. It'd be nice if we could tell them to not produce specific things. Like, for example, I don't really need my blacksmith to produce tools or weapons. Well, tools I do. I don't really need him to produce weapons. So it'd be nice if I could turn those off and go, don't make those. Just make heavy tools or just make tools. That option isn't there. At least I don't think it is. No. Well, no, actually it is. Yeah, it's here. I've completely missed that. So we don't want them to make any weapons. We just want them to make... Well, changing them isn't going to make any difference because it's a ratio. But yeah, I just don't want them to make any weapons. Just tools and heavy tools. That's fine. So, do I have... You're making gold and iron in equal measure. That's okay. Have we got any other production buildings where we can change that? I don't think so. You're doing fish and meat in equal measure. That's fine. No, I think that's all good, actually. Might be worth getting another wagon shop in somewhere. We're definitely moving a lot of stuff around. That is under... Is it storage? Yes, wagon shop. So let's get a wagon shop in, like over here somewhere. So we can cram that in there. It's going to look ugly, but it might speed things up. So get the wagon shop in. We're out of planks now. More villagers stricken with typhoid. Still not quite at my cap. Food could be doing better. Do we have any traders? No, we do not. Pub hasn't been built yet. It's nearly there. It's just a couple of planks away. I very much doubt I'm going to get to the point where any of these buildings get upgraded. Because just getting up to that 65% desirability is going to be such a struggle. Localization tag not found. That's a new one. What is that item? It looks like a bear trap. I've never seen the bear trap. Animal trap. I've never seen an animal trap before in this game. Obviously something to do with the hunters. What's going on here? This building is not currently providing entertainment. That's because it doesn't have any beer yet. The brewery, which is not that one. Brewery is this one. You should be producing... Yeah, you are producing beer. So that is working. We probably also want to get some more... Is it under food production? No, no, it's going to be resources. I want more apiaries, but now I can't find them. There they are. Definitely difficult finding some of these. Let's go and put it here next to the brewery. How are we doing on this compost? We've almost got some more coming in. So the farms are doing decently well. I know we always get close to running out of food, but we always seem to sort of recover it just at the last minute. Yeah, getting these buildings high enough to recover is going to be a difficult one, I think. We're almost up to 200 villagers now. We're running a little bit out of building space. Can't upgrade these wagon shops. Probably going to need to start producing some more resource buildings soon. Because I do think we're running out of things. How's the Cooper doing? Have we made any barrels yet? Where is the Cooper? There. So Cooper has started making barrels. We've got a building on fire. That's not good. It's gone out. I was going to say it is just a house, so it's not the worst of fires, but it has been sorted. 7 more villagers. We can accommodate them. So they've all got houses. So that was a good little boost, an instant boost to the population. Lots of just buckets of water left everywhere because people were trying to put the fires out. Some of these are just homesteads. They're very, very close to hitting the desirability level. So they might actually level up soon. Some of them are struggling for food, though. Okay, there's only about 1 building here that's close enough to the desirability level. Not too worried about that. Still short on planks. Plenty of gold. That should give us enough gold now to build the theatre, which is what we've been specifically asked to build. Now, the theatre is huge, but it provides a lot of desirability. Not entirely sure where we can even get this to fit in, because it's such a big building. Beautiful building. Let's go and get it up against that road at the top, if it'll fit in. So we'll go and get that put in. We'll get that prioritised as well. See if we can get that built before the end of the video. It's unlikely because it's a lot of gold to move. We are running at the fastest speed that we can. But we're also coming up to winter, so I'm very aware that everyone slows down during the winter. We've got some more compost. So let's always add it to the fields with the worst fertility. I should probably just change the crop rotations around, and that would help with those issues. Actually, they're getting on pretty quick with that. The planks are going to be the issue there. The clay, not a problem. Actually, the clay is a problem. I don't have that much clay. We definitely have the gold to fund it as well. We just need all of that stuff to come in. I don't even have a trader that I can buy it from, so that's pretty poor. So what have we got going on over here? That's the Weaver building. You actually have 6 people working in the Weaver building. That's quite considerable. So yeah, that's probably not going to get built anytime soon. Because I'm actually short of rock now as well. Let's have a look where the work camps are. Because I think some of these work camps have now... Oh, excuse my dogs. Yeah, the rat... Oh, we've got rodents here. I'm sure there's a rat catcher near this building anyway. At least I thought there was. Have we not got a rat catcher anywhere nearby? Oh, the problem seems to have sorted itself out anyway. Okay. This building's still being built. That's the other wagon shop. Let me zoom out a little bit. I want to try and find these other... So that's one of the work camps. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to move your location to over here. And I want you to sort of prioritise the rocks at the moment, because we're sort of out of stone. That's a forager shack. I think there's another work camp down here. No, that's a temporary shelter. This would be a good spot for a work camp, but I think we can just sort of manually harvest some of these rocks. Some of them have got really decent yields there because they're big boulders. So if we get them harvested, that's going to be a lot of stone. Looks like we've got enough food to see us through the winter, so that's fine. But yeah, planks are just a big issue here. So, as I said at the beginning of this video, I feel I'm at the point now where I've pretty much shown most of what the game has to offer in its current state. Again, bear in mind it is in early access, so they may well add more stuff to it. I think this is going to be the last video on this series for a while, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First and foremost, this Farthest Frontier series, I never intended it to be a long series anyway, because with early access games they do change quite a lot and quite often, and you know, people did express some interest in it, so I kept making videos, but the views have really dropped off. They're well below the average for what I get on this channel. So, you know, I've obviously got to go where the views are because I'm trying to grow the channel. So that's one reason why I'm going to put this series to bed. Secondly, as I said, I feel like I've already pretty much shown everything the game has to offer up to this point. Now, I know that I've been playing on passive mode, so we've not been dealing with invaders and animals and stuff like that. but also that the game is changing quite rapidly because they keep releasing patches and updates and changing things. There's another one due quite shortly. So I think what I might do now is put this series to bed. I've had a lot of fun playing it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it, and I hope that this has actually shown you what the game's like and piqued your interest in it. But I'm going to put it to bed for now, and then what I will most likely do is come back to it once it's had a few updates, once they've balanced a few things out, maybe added some more content if that's what they're planning to do. I'll come back to it and probably start a new game. Obviously, I will hopefully have a better start because I know more what I'm doing than I did when I started this one. And I won't have it on passive, so we can deal with all of the wild animal attacks and being attacked by, just all of the things that attack us. All the traders coming in at the same time now. So I think that's what my plan is going to be. So yeah, I'm going to end things here. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the series. I hope this has shown you a little bit about what Farthest Frontier is like, and if it's the sort of game you're interested in. I'd certainly consider checking it out. It's again, it's difficult to promote games in early access because you never know how they're going to turn out. But from what I have played of it so far, and I've probably put a good 6 or 7 hours into it, if not more, I have really, really enjoyed it. And I'll definitely be playing more of it. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.